Mr. Elmer, this question is for you. If you are re-elected to office, how will you protect the citizens of Christian County from laws that are not suited to our county government policies?
Well, that's something where it's critical where you are in your relationship with the other representatives up there. We have to build good relationships with folks in St. Louis and Kansas City, and you have to build a certain amount of respect with your colleagues. And I believe that I've done that in the 2 years that I've been up there. And it helps also to be in the party that has control of the House. And whenever you're in there, you're able to go in and advocate the positions and say, that hurts my people back home. And one area you can talk about that is kind of with schools. We've got very good schools in this area, but there are areas of the state where they've got some problems. We can't let something going on in St. Louis make a major change and it be detrimental to our schools here. That's the sort of stuff that's critical for a representative. That's the sort of stuff that is my charge. That's the sort of stuff I will continue to do whenever I go back up.
Question again, please.
Yes. Mr. Urbino, if you are elected to office, how will you protect the citizens of Christian County from laws that are not suited to our county government policies?
I'll tell you right off the bat. The highways in this state, when they build them, I'm going to give you an example. When they build highways in this state, what do? They bypass towns. Look at Reed Spring down here. The impact that they did on 160 and Highway 13. I think as a state representative for the rural part of the state, and I realize we're growing, we need to band together, both Democrat and Republican state representatives, and push forward because we have issues that affect us differently than what goes on in St. Louis and Kansas City. As a state representative, I want to find ways to work with everybody else over issues that affect all of us in our communities, and especially in the rural areas, because I'm tired of seeing over and over again decisions being made by groups that don't represent us. They have other, I'll go back and say it again, St. Louis and Kansas City. Why would you kill Reed Spring by simply building a highway that bypassed it to the point that nobody knows it exists? I can keep going down the list on those things over and over again. I think we, as state representatives, need to look at what benefits our communities, our counties, our districts, and then band together and work together so that we are a strong force to overcome those issues that impact us negatively.
I agree with him on the banding together. We've got a pretty strong coalition in Southwest Missouri. We've got several representatives out of Joplin, around Springfield, north of Springfield, these rural areas. We really have a tight camaraderie going on. And part of that may be because we're pretty well all Republicans, so we share the same thoughts. But at the same time, it is important because whenever our pocket, and what you saw in the redistricting is we gained a couple districts down here. Christian County now has 2 dedicated state representatives and part of a third. Before you had 2 representatives that just had part of Christian County, and they had additional counties. So the voice has grown stronger in Southwest Missouri. And with the representation that we've got and us working together, we are able to better voice in opposition to the forces that come out of St. Louis or Kansas City. So it is important, but I do think that I'm the best candidate to do that.
Response?
I agree with Mr. Elmer. We have vastly improved our situation at the State House with the fact that this county now has 2 representatives representing this county. I made it a point to go to the redistricting meeting with both Republicans and Democrats. I had Kate Brown there, I had Jay Watson was there. I got up and spoke and told them exactly the fact that Christian County, with its growth, needed to have representation that truly reflected Christian County. And all I can say is I can look at the end results.